ocean. And now we've graduated to another smashlight section where we're going to blast through a whole bunch of stuff. So fasten your safety belt. Here we go. First of all, triple layered leading edge of solar coronal mass ejections. Now, I was aware of this. I just never saw it described in such a way. This article is on phys.org's astronomy and space section. And basically what we're talking about here is a helical current ribbon/boundary that wraps around the coronal mass ejection bubble. The helical current boundary results from interaction between the bubble and the ambient magnetic field, where it represents a tangential discontinuity in the magnetic topology. Its helical shape is ultimately caused by the kinking of the magnetic flux rope that resides within the coronal mass ejection bubble. Now, when we see coronal mass ejections propagate, we totally see evidence of this, and this phenomenon is part of my coming coronal mass ejection timing and measurement process, which I can't really divulge on the daily space weather videos, as these are free and publicly visible, and we don't want anybody stealing my ideas, now do we? We did see an extended X-ray emission from radio galaxy 4C 63.20. If you want to read about that, that's also in phys.org's astronomy and space section. It's not really that exciting, but we do talk about radio galaxies regularly, and our regular viewers are all too familiar with the most massive radio source in the sky, second only to the sun, massive radio galaxy 3C405, otherwise known as Cygnus A. Let's talk about a new method for predicting solar storms. Oh, that's right. Now, this isn't my method, but it is interesting nonetheless. It involves what could be labeled a quantum mechanical interference, since basically all information about the sun reaches us through light sent out by ions in its atmosphere. The magnetic fields must be detected by measuring their influence on the ions, but the internal magnetic fields of ions are enormous, hundreds of thousands of times stronger than the fields humans can generate, even in their most advanced labs. Therefore, the weak coronal fields will leave basically no trace unless we rely on this very delicate effect, the interference between two constellations of the electrons in the ion that are close, very close in energy. So if you want to read about this one, it's also in phys.org's astronomy and space section. It's a triple whammy today. Go read the articles. Now, another place for articles is smashamash.com/forum, and we are all the way up to 1,352 users now. So everybody go over there, set up a login if you haven't, contribute, go introduce yourself. There's a new users forum specifically for that reason. There's also a free-for-all forum. By the way, it's all free to view. We don't have any paywalls yet at smashamash.com, although that's coming. You've also got a forum specifically about the sun, one about general science, one about Earth and geophysics, and one about cosmology. More forums to come there, possibly. We are streaming live to Twitch if you haven't checked us out over there. Thanks to our new follower over there at Twitch. Cheers. It's twitch.tv/smashomash. And if you're viewing on YouTube, please take a moment to press like and subscribe. Leave us a lovely comment or a hate mail-based comment. We don't mind. Tell your friends, tell your foes, tell your science noobs and your science pros, since science is being rewritten before your very eyes. We're also on BitChute. Thanks to our new subs over there. Look for an exclusive BitChute 200 subscriber exclusive. An exclusive at BitChute. Also, we are on Patreon. It's patreon.com/smashomash. We've upgraded our number of tiers to 9 tiers now. So we've got 9 tiers, all the way from $1 to $15 a month. Thanks to our Patreons. Look for a credit crawl coming soon. And I did get your message, Amonhotep, about listing that instead of your name. We'll have to work that out with you later. Patreons are the real source of funding for the content so far. We're also on Subscribestar. Visit the other links below the content, as we've got new affiliate links coming out. We'll get to it in a moment. We're also on Subscribestar. Let's talk about China. China. Did you learn how to say China? Now, China's a paper tiger, and I'm not scared of China in the slightest. Chinese Communist Party is a little bit scary. The Chinese people are a little bit awesome. Maybe they'll be liberated one day. Who knows? Now, that's a cheap plastic virus, and chances are if you encounter it, you'll be like, "For you can," and you'll just smack it in the face, kick it in the nuts, and that virus will be on its knees, acting like a straight up bitch. Let's talk about the biggest fraud ever, the hocus science behind lockdowns. Oh yes. Fraud and hoaxes, fraud and hoaxes. It's a propaganda pandemic. Let's talk about COVID-19 death toll compared to other pandemics. Smallpox has killed about greater than 300 million people over the past 3,000 years. The Black Death, 225 million people in only a period of 4 years. The Spanish flu, 50 million people. HIV/AIDS, between 23 and 43 million people. Cholera, more than 1.5 million people between 1899 and 1923. How about the Asian flu? 1 million. How about the Russian flu? 1 million. How about the Hong Kong flu? 1 million. How about the swine flu? Up to 575,000. COVID-19, from last year to this year, only 333,000. Oh my God, lock yourself in your house. It's so scary and so spooky. Not as spooky as this idiot. Hey, Fauci, shut your fucking face, you idiot. You are a moron, and anybody who listens to you is an asshole. Fauci, shut the fuck up, you little twat. Check this clip out.
I think we're going to get to a point where eye protection is recommended.
You know, it might. I mean, if you...
Let's get to the point where Fauci protection is protected. Fauci, shut the fuck up, you little bitch. Somebody clothesline this guy.
You really want perfect protection of your mucosal surfaces, just for your audience, Jen, as you very well know.
Wear an astronaut suit. If you want complete mucosal protection, wear an astronaut suit. Wear things over your ears, over your eyes, over your nose, over your mouth, over your asshole. Make sure you cover up your asshole. And somebody cover up this asshole. Dr. Fauci, shut the fuck up, you dickhead. All right, now that I've gotten that out of my system, if you haven't checked out smashlight.org, smashlight.org has had a bit of a revamp. And shout out to SMASH staff. So let me just give you an idea of what's new here. We've got a link to the smAsho forum right here at the top and bottom of the page. The Smash store, that's the Teespring store, and our affiliate. Also, you see this arrow up here? There are all of our social media links. So that's the new setup right now. Look for this to be changing, smashamash.org. If you haven't ordered a Smasher Price My First Pandemic shirt, well, let's recommend that you do. Now, I'm currently wearing one, as you can probably see right here. There you go. And it comes in different colors. There's also leggings. And look for more stuff coming out. We've also released a second design. This one is only on a shirt so far. I've survived the global pandemic so far. And by the way, please leave us a comment if you've noticed how the mortality rate is getting lower and lower and lower, approaching the exact levels that I forecasted months ago. And by the way, Dr. Fauci, shove your masks and your eye shields and your earplugs and your chastity belt and whatever the hell else you are recommending today up your... If you haven't checked out the Smash store, it's on Teespring. It's teespring.com/stores/smash-store-5. There are links in the description below the video. If you'd like a Smasher Price My First Pandemic t-shirt or leggings, or if you'd like a I've Survived a Global Pandemic So Far shirt, they're all available there. You can get a break on shipping if you buy more than one unit, by the way. I think shipping goes from $5 or $2. $5 shipping down to $2 for additional units or something like that. Let's talk about other health stuff, about how nighttime exposure to blue light, including many tablet and phone screens, is associated with increased risk of cancer. Why? Because it affects your sleep, I'm sure. I'm not going to read the article. It is on scitechdaily.com. It's entirely plausible. So if you weren't aware, blue light at nighttime, especially after dark, messes with your circadian rhythms. Your body produces a hormone called, well, the hormone escapes me, but there's a predecessor that you can buy in the store. Can never remember the name of it. But in any case, you want to be awake when it's light, and you want to be asleep when it's dark. And looking at screens Screens have a lot of blue light coming out of them. That disrupts your circadian rhythm and messes with your sleep schedule. Now, it's known that graveyard shift is called graveyard shift because it lowers your life expectancy by several years. The human body is designed to be, or evolved to be, or whatever. It wants to be awake when it's light and asleep when it's dark. So if you have to mitigate those things, you need to mitigate your light. When you first wake up in the morning, if you get full spectrum light, it will help your circadian rhythms, but night exposure to blue light can decrease the production and secretion of melatonin. That was the hormone I was forgetting. You could buy supplements for that, but be very careful messing with melatonin supplements because you may have some unintended effects and it may cause your body to do some weird counterintuitive things similar to homeopathy. So be careful with taking melatonin, be careful with your exposure to blue light, and again, if you can help it, be awake when it's light and asleep when it's dark. We get up this early to do these videos specifically as I'm no longer required to do it for my, quote, job, end quote, which by the way isn't going to last much longer because I'm going to go full-time doing this and doing important things like being a patient advocate. Yes. Now, what's a patient advocate? Patient advocate is somebody, and it's typically a family member, although there is an upcoming industry becoming more and more popular about becoming a professional patient advocate. What does this mean? Now, a lot of our viewers know a hell of a lot more about human health than seemingly some doctors, but in any case, if you know a lot more about human health than your family member who's in the hospital, please consider becoming their patient advocate. Why is this? Because people who don't know anything about their own medical records, privacy, their ability to decide, get second opinions, get third opinions, refuse treatment, ask for certain treatment, and so on. A lot of people think that the doctors are their boss. You're your doctor's boss, not vice versa. Your doctor has no ability to force you to do anything. He is a voluntary relationship with you. So anyway, if you're one of these people who knows about 16,000 times more about the human body, physiology, anatomy, medicine, biology, etc., then somebody in your family, consider becoming their patient advocate. Some hospitals have paperwork about this. Many doctors' offices have paperwork about this. And what's happening is the patient is saying, okay, this person knows more about procedures or knows more about healthcare than I do. I'm going to allow them to be my patient advocate. It's almost like an attorney in between the doctor or hospital and the patient. So do it. We've put up an article here about it on wisegeek.com about being a patient advocate. Now, I'll advocate for all of our viewers by recommending the first item on smashomash.com/affiliate. So smashomash.com/affiliate. We've put up our first Amazon affiliate link here. If you're using Brave browser, please turn off shields. So if you ever see a website that doesn't seem to load correctly, we may have to stop using Brave because of this, but currently we just turn off shields and you will see this link to the Zacurate Pro Series 500DL fingertip pulse oximeter. Why? Because I'm going to be buying one of these, probably in about a week I'll have it, and I'll be doing tests on various different types of masks, elastomeric respiration systems, cloth masks, surgical masks, and what this does is this simply measures your blood oxygen levels through your fingertip. So when you go to the hospital, they put a pulse oximeter on your fingertip. It's a very important metric for your overall health. If you see this get down below about 95%, that's not the way it's supposed to be. This thing comes with AAA batteries. We made sure that we included one that includes the batteries. So if you'd like to purchase a pulse oximeter, please do it via our link. Help support the channel that way. Again, I'll be ordering one and demonstrating its use. And I'll be taking this on bike rides and messing around with it quite a bit because I am currently interested in my blood oxygen levels as I get more into an elite cycling mode once again. So yeah, I'll be messing around with a pulse oximeter, and we recommend you do too. It's $29.95, and if you have Amazon Prime, you'll have free delivery. So again, check it out, we're advertising that specific thing. Also, if you need to reach us for any reason, send a text to the smAsho VoIP line, or give a call. We may not answer, but we will get your voicemail. It's country code +1, area code 610-936-9799. It is listed at smashomash.com and smashomash.org under the social media links. Again, the number is country code 1, area code 610-936-9799. And thanks for tuning in to another episode of The Smashlights. I've been your host, Dan, aka smAsho, and now it's time to move into some other things. Alright, I'll try to stop raging about what an idiot Dr. Fauci is and how he should shut his tiny, tiny face before I clothesline him into the Andromeda Galaxy.